Hello. This video is going to talk about pesticides. you know, I think that they tell you a lot of lies so you can buy this. In fact, I kind of know it. I'm more knowing it than I think it. So now I'm gonna go with talking about how the fragrance, I believe, weakens the potency of these pesticides. You know, cause you got forest scent, fucking cherry scent, strawberry flavor, smell, and all that, and lemon scent. That's the most common, lemon scent. Everybody loves fucking lemon. Hell, my mom loved lemon cookies. So go figure. Anyway, I think it weakens it, because I could just imagine a scenario as to how they came up with this fragrant shit mixed with this stuff. They probably got a complaint, mostly women, talking about, oh, the smell is too strong. I like it, but it literally runs me out. And they said, okay, well, we're going to make a lemon scent, you know. And it weakens it, weakens it in my opinion. I think the ones that actually work when I was growing up, which is this Raid Max, they actually worked because it had no scent with it. It had a strong ass smell, yeah, but it killed the fuck out of them roaches. Roaches was no match for this shit. At least back when I was a kid, But now, it's not as strong as it used to be. Probably because it was a time where it was actually working. People were actually fucking, I don't know why I would never comment saying it works, because they'll take it down. But people were ignorant, so they decided to comment on it, saying, oh, it works so well, thank you for inventing this, oh, okay, thank you for your comment. And then they said, and then all of a sudden, the guy hangs the phone, he says, Bob, turn that faucet on, water those pesticides down, because we're going to lose sales. We don't want the roaches to die, because we're not going to make any money. That's what happened. That's everything that fucking works, they take it off the shelf. It's true. It's fucking true. It's crazy, because I remember when I lived in my old apartment about 6 years ago, the exterminator used to come with those fucking large ass tanks that sprayed for the roaches. That shit stank too, but it didn't work. That's the funny part. It wasn't a strong smell, but it didn't work. Cause you could tell the roaches still fucking running around. That shit was nothing but water. You know what I'm saying? You could drink that shit and still live. That's how weak it was. So one day he came and he had like this glue gun. He had this glue gun and he was just putting glue all in the corners, glue strips all in the corners. It was like glue gel, not strips, it was gel. And he left. I didn't think nothing of it. But about 2 weeks later, I knew the roaches I knew I wasn't seeing much of the roaches, but it didn't register in my mind because I was used to seeing them. And my ex pointed out the roaches were disappearing. I said, really? And I noticed, I said, yeah, this shit actually works. So I'm like, yeah, it did work. And he came back the next month. I said, you know what? That stuff actually works. And he explained what happened. He said those roaches will take that gel to their babies. It will kill not only the mother, but the babies as well. So I said, oh, okay. He said, that's why you shouldn't use no other pesticides when the stuff is put down. I said, okay, cool. I said, keep putting that shit up. And then as the months passed, I started seeing white albino roaches dying. Every roach I saw, which if I did see them, like about every 2 weeks, they'd be dead or they'd be almost dying. And I was like, shit, that works. But unfortunately, my real estate lost that building, and this other exterminator company was using another exterminator. About 2 months later, roaches came back in full effect because they wasn't using the same stuff as the first exterminator. Fast forward about a year later, I moved into this apartment I'm in now. And unfortunately, I was single at this time, so I ended up renting up under from the same real estate that lost the building prior to my latest building. So make a long story short, the exterminator came and they wasn't using that glue shit no more. This is the point I'm making. This is the point. They wasn't using the glue shit. They was using. I was like, why in the hell are they using this? Why they go back to spray cans? You know, the spray containers. But I wasn't really thinking about it then. But now I realize why they was doing it. That shit they was using before, that glue shit, was actually fucking killing the roaches. Like I said before, companies don't want their shit to work. Because if it does, they're not going to make no money. So that's why they went back to that primitive solution. Motherfuckers, man. Like the English would say, you fuckers. You motherfuckers. But anyways, that's why they went back to the primitive shit that doesn't work. And I do still believe that the stronger the smell is, the more powerful the pesticide is. Now, speaking of bed bugs, when I first got bed bugs, I had bought this stuff. I don't have it with me. That shit is gone. It was in a yellow container by this company called Harris. And it claimed it had no odor, but it did. It smelled like tar or burnt rubber. And I sprayed it. I treated my bed. And them bed bugs was dying one by one. But I had gotten so much of them. Oh my God. So I eventually, sadly, I threw the mattress out. I lost patience. But the point is, that shit was actually killing them. And I was like, oh, cool. I paid about $22 for that expensive ass shit at True Value. That's like a hardware, so it's all types of shit, you know. But I was like, damn. But this shit was actually working. I would wake up, I would go to sleep on that bed after I treated it. Wake up and the bed bugs would be dead right on the fucking bed. I was like, hell yeah, this is what I'm talking about. So I was happy about that. Fast forward 2 years later, the bed bugs came back. Now I went out and bought the same shit. This is about 2.5 years later at the most. Now I was upset because the container was a little bit smaller. I was like, God damn, why has it got to be smaller? You know, and to top it off, it was more expensive than it was the last time I bought it, which was 2.5 years ago. So took it home. I sprayed that shit. I noticed that faint smell wasn't there no more. That burnt smell. It didn't have that. So I'm thinking like, okay, it may still work. Nope. That shit did not work. That shit was nothing but water. The bed bugs was looking at me like, this is all you got? You know, and this motherfucker gonna tell me that worked there. He said, oh, sometimes the bed bugs get immune to that shit. I'm thinking like, if that's the truth, then why the fuck are you still selling it? I know why. Money. God damn. They care more about your pocket than your fucking comfort. You know, they had other bed bug spray, but they told me that shit was supposed to be weaker than Harris. Shit, I got to the point I said fuck all pesticides. And the one that I'm holding in my hand now was the one my mom had recommended I buy. Raid Max bed bugs and flea spray. I used this shit. And guess what? It didn't work. This fucking piece of fucking shit. And after this video, I'm throwing it away. So, thank you, Mom, for buying this for me. I appreciate it. I appreciate you looking out for me. But it does not work. I told her that. But it does not fucking work. So I ended up doing it the old-fashioned way. I killed the motherfuckers, the ones that I seen, with my hands. Not bare hands. I use like a fucking towel. That shit is nasty when you kill all that blood on you and that fucking sweet. I can't stand that fucking sweet smell. These pieces of fucking shit. These bugs came from the fucking devil. They came from the fucking devil. I know it. You may think I'm crazy, but that's what I believe. These motherfuckers are the worst things to have in your house. They cause you to throw all your shit away. Your clothes, your fucking furniture, your goddamn refrigerator, your food. They'll cause you to throw your fucking bed away. If you have so many of these motherfuckers, man. Shit, you walking outside butt naked. They be like, what happened? I had bed bugs. I understand. You know, god damn. Fuck. So, I'm going to conclude my video with this. These companies lie, man. I mean, they, like, the Ray Max, these motherfuckers, Ray Max, they say that they stuff kills roaches for 6 months. 6 months! Okay? Bullshit. Absolutely bullshit. Anybody that uses Ray Max know I'm telling the truth. I sprayed it all in the corners. All everywhere the roaches is at. Them motherfuckers are still coming out. 6 months my ass. It may work if you have a house. It might work if you have a house. But if you have an apartment, fuck that shit. Because them roaches are coming from the apartments too. That's more work. It's hard to kill motherfucking roaches and fucking bed bugs when you're in an apartment building. But in the house, because it's one space, yeah, you can get rid of their ass. But don't use no fucking pesticides if you have bed bugs. Don't fucking use it. Just kill them the old-fashioned way with your fucking hands. Use duct tape to seal the motherfucking eggs and they nest in your bed. So that concludes my video with pesticide. If I come with anything more, I'll make a feature video of a part 2 or whatever. Alright. Peace and love.